All right, Righteous Redneck here. If you're unfamiliar with my channel, please subscribe by clicking on that bell to the right, and you'll be notified of all my future videos. So I'm going to do a review right now on Cobra Kai Season 3. I know that a lot of Karate Kid fans were looking forward to this dropping, and Netflix released it on January the 1st, all 9 episodes. And I binge watched that, and now I'm going to come at you with an honest review of what I thought. And this is going to be a very in-depth review and opinion, and your opinion may differ from mine, and that's fine. But if you agree or if you disagree, just comment in the comments section below and let me know what you think. If you have not seen the series yet, this season 3 was the return of Ali, chosen from Karate Kid 2, as well as Tamron Tamina reprising her role as Kumiko from Karate Kid 2 as well. So I'm going to try to break this down the best way that I can. Season 3, everybody was looking forward to it. All of us fans were looking forward to it because we wanted to see these characters again, so we knew that we had this to look forward to. Each of these individuals, they had a very, it seems, I don't know if it was a director decision or if those involved just did not want a long-term deal with the show. They just wanted to show up and make their appearance and be done. I don't know what the situation is exactly on that. I would like to hope that these characters could show up later in season 4, and that's still probably a possibility, but I don't feel that that's the case. With Ali, perhaps. Chosen, they kind of, Daniel saw him again in Okinawa, as well as Kumiko. Saw her in Okinawa. That's where they're at. I don't see there being a lot of involvement, with those two characters, if at all, moving forward. So, Ali, that's a possibility. They kind of left that open to the possibility of her coming back, with what they did with the story. With her getting a divorce, and just things did not really pan out at all the way that I thought they would. I thought that Ali would have some sort of bigger involvement. I felt that she would be the doctor to help out Miguel, get his legs working again, and that was not the case. Basically, she's a doctor in the show, getting a divorce, reunites with Johnny, meets Daniel as well. But I felt like there could have been something with that, and there could be in the future with her getting a divorce. But then they had Miguel's mom kind of, hook up with Johnny, so they threw that into the mix. So maybe something down the road with Ali and Johnny, perhaps. Who knows? Who knows what will happen with Ali? Chosen. It was really cool to see one of my all-time favorite characters in the Karate Kid franchise. I think that they made him, and this is just personally my opinion, I felt like they had him act a little bit too soft. We remember Chosen as being this just brooding, in-your-face kind of guy. And I know people change, but I think they should have went just a little bit tougher with Chosen, because that's who Chosen was. He just was that brooding, just in your face. This is what I think. This is how I feel. I felt like they softened him up just a tad bit too much. But like I say, people change. So it was really cool to see him and Daniel interact. Him teaching Daniel some things that he never knew about Miyagi-Do. So that was kind of neat, teaching him some different techniques. I really felt like Chosen was going to have, or could have had, a much bigger role moving forward, because he and Daniel were both trained under the same system. So if anybody could help Daniel out with Cobra Kai and just ending that whole thing, it would be Chosen. Not to say that Chosen would pick up and move to the States, but it was just, it's one of those things where I just felt like he could have a bigger role. They could all have bigger roles. But it was great to see these characters again. Who knows what's going to happen moving forward, if anything at all, with these characters. The series itself, with this season, I really had an issue with the jumping around of characters. It's almost like watching Dawson's Creek, but with karate. Just young kids going one way, then turning around and going the other way, turning around and going back. It's like not being able to make up their minds. Hawk going, there toward the end, changing his ways and siding with Miyagi-Do. Robbie going Cobra Kai. It's just a lot. There's not a lot of consistency, if you will, with the characters. There's a lot of bouncing around, jumping around from side to side, and there's no basis. You know what I mean? It's hard to have a tournament. It's hard to build these rivalries, really, when these characters are jumping around so much. That's just my thoughts on that. And I feel that if we didn't have these special appearances, Ali, Chosen, Kumiko, if we did not have that in this season, I do not think that this season would have done as well. Storyline alone, I really felt like it was lacking. I really feel like there was just too much bouncing around between the characters. William Zabka, the guy, Johnny, his acting just incredible. The guy just really brings to life that character. Ralph Macchio, great job as well. It's really great to see these characters back, I just wish they would have built a little bit better foundation as far as with the characters. Let this thing carry on. Let it really build up and develop. But with all of the decision making, the back and forth, it almost feels like the episodes are rushed, and then you get into the season feeling rushed because you have all this activity going on and bouncing around, and there's no consistency, With Daniel and Johnny in the first movie, you had that rivalry, and you watched that rivalry unfold, throughout the film, and then at the end, you had the big fight. With this, it's fairly short episodes, and there's no continuation. It's just all over the place, and it's sporadic, and that's how I feel about the storyline itself with this season. I think we need to get back to villain versus the hero, and leave it at that. Not try to force too much. You know, you have your Cobra Kai, you have your Miyagi-Do, and there's so many characters that it takes away from what you're trying to do. You got so many guys, you know, on both sides now, that it kind of takes away from the nostalgia of it, you know. I would like to see fewer students. You know, that's just me. If I were directing this, I would not have, you know, 16 different kids on both sides. It just that way the audience is able to focus on each character. But when you have so many, it's like, it's just too sporadic. It's too there's too many people to keep up with, and I don't know. That's just my opinion on that. But overall, I think that it's a fun series. I hope that it continues. I hope there's a season 4. I would like to see, you know, perhaps Kumiko and Chosen and Allie come back and be more involved in the storyline. They don't have to be back every episode, but just somehow, some way be involved. We know that Allie is a doctor. She can be used later on if an injury takes place, somebody gets hurt. They can fit her in there some sort of way. They always have that to lean on. If Daniel needs more guidance, you know, he's got Chosen. So the communication with Kumiko. So it's always a possibility that they could bring those characters back. But again, if those characters were not in this series and made their brief appearance, I don't think that this season would have been that great. I honestly don't. Just too much going on the screen. There's just too much. Is just jumbled. You know what I mean? To me, it seems that way. You can't build rivalries when people are jumping from side to side, side to side. It's really hard to do so. So keep it simple. Keep it simple. So that's my basic review on Cobra Kai Season 3. We'll see if there is a Season 4. I hope that there is. Put your comments down below. Let me know what you thought of the series. Comment down below. And of course, this is just my opinion on what I feel about it. Hopefully, like I say, we'll see a Season 4. I do believe that we will. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe by clicking on that bell to the right, and you'll be notified of all my future videos. And I thank you guys for watching. Take it easy.